Well, good morning, adventurers, from another very exciting day on our epic last road trip with Clementine. What's this, you ask? Why is her hood up? Well, that's because it's not a super awesome epic day. It's a really suck-ass day, because Clementine, we think, has overheated yet again and stranded us in the middle of nowhere, Texas. It is currently 100 degrees outside. The nearest town is, I believe, an hour that way.
RV road trip!
Can we quit quitting RV life? And
we quit quitting.
we quit quitting. We're done with everything.
We're triple quitting.
Yeah. Oh, why are you stopping?
Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like we're overheating, but Clementine started to lose power on this hill. It wasn't even much of a hill, really. Man, Clementine had been doing so great on this trip, you guys. She hadn't been giving us any problems. The last time she overheated like this was about 2 years ago. And we were actually in weather that was probably as hot as this. So I think she just really doesn't like when the temperature gets over 100 degrees.
I think we can all agree that we don't like that.
Yeah, she's overheating, we're overheating, everybody out here's overheating.
Well, the constable did just stop by and check on us.
That's true, yeah, he was very nice.
And he said that another guy will be by in about an hour if we need it.
Yeah, Texas Highway Patrol, you guys are on it. But you guys know this is a big reason why we tow Ruby back there, because if it gets bad enough, we're just gonna disconnect, ditch Clementine, get the hell out of here. We really don't want to do that though.
We'll just set her on fire and say she overheated.
Insurance money? No insurance fraud
None
here,
of you
dang
tell
it.
our insurance company, please.
Yeah. I guess we can't do that now that we just admitted it to the world. Whatever.
Well, if she burns down, it's purely coincidence.
Yes, we're stating that for the record right now.
Well, just to give you guys a little perspective, this is the current temperature where we are broken down. 104, heat advisory. Super, super duper. So not only is Clementine overheating, but so are we.
Didn't you already make that joke?
Did I? I don't know. I told you I'm overheating, I'm malfunctioning. I don't know what's happening
You just drink your soda.
Yeah, leave me alone, cruel world.
You're actually taking this a lot better than I am. She's all like in a good mood about this. I'm pissed. I'm annoyed, you guys. Clementine's been working so well. We've driven her like 17 hours straight earlier in the year, and now she just completely craps out in the middle of nowhere for nothing. We'd only been driving it like an hour today. Oh yeah, and you guys know that our check engine light had came on, and that was some transmission sensor pressure switch thingy. We got that replaced. The check engine light went off and it hasn't come on since. We've actually put a bunch of miles on it since then, so it's been totally fine. And so I really don't think this has anything to do with that. It just overheated. Well, that's about all the time I want to spend on the side of this freaking interstate. She's as cool as she's gonna get. I was able to put a bit of coolant in there, not really all that much, so I don't know exactly what happened. It might just be too hot for her. There's a rest station about 5 miles down here. We're gonna limp over to that and then reassess maybe, if we can even make it that far. Hopefully there's not a giant mountain pass or a hill up here. It's all assuming she even starts. Fired right up. I think I mentioned it, but this happened once before. Like when we first took Clementine out, we were driving her on a stretch just like this. It was almost as hot as this, and she just went boom, 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 and then turned herself off. And I was talking to the mechanic, and he said that's basically just some kind of built-in failsafe that turns the engine off if it overheats. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking happened. I think it's just too hot for her. We've driven so far without that happening again, though. It's just so bizarre. Worst of all, we can't use the AC now because we don't want to hog any power from the engine, so. Okay, here we go. We're off. She's dying, y'all. We made it about 20 miles or so. Oh boy. I'm really hoping to make it to this underpass so we can be shaded though. Turn the hazards on, quick! So I don't get rear-ended by a semi. She's dead. Oh, why didn't I make it to that overpass?
It's just right there. We were so close.
And we're stranded again. How far are we to that town?
I think we're now like 20 minutes. Maybe still 30, I don't know.
Clementine, why? Why? This vehicle's cursed. You guys already know that. We're just finally accepting it. This just might be over.
It's so dumb because we decided to stop traveling like this, but we were like, no, we can make one more trip out of her.
We just wanted to do one last trip, y'all. We thought it would be easy. Big mistake. She went all the way across the country over to California. She went up to Alaska, went back down south through so many mountain passes, through the snow, through the heat. We went to Death Valley in this thing. And now is when she decides to crap out.
It sounds like she was just as over RV life as we are.
We should have heeded the warnings.
Yes.
When will we learn our lesson?
Well, not today, obviously.
This guy's broken down too. At least we got company.
We have seen so many like burn marks on the side of the road from vehicles that have burned up. So at least we're not them is what I was gonna say.
God, I hope that's not us. That would be very bad. Oh, I hate being on the side of the road. Every time one of these semis pass, I see my life flash before my eyes.
You guys, there's a service road. Literally, I'm looking at it right here. The exit is, what, 100 yards in front of us? We were this close.
Well, that guy was super nice. He's got a farm right over there. He says people break down all the time, and he has all these tools and everything you need, and he comes out and tries to help.
Everyone has been so sweet. The constable, this gentleman,
yeah,
man.
he said he actually works at that rest stop that we almost pulled into. He said tons of people break down there. We just got to make it 20 more miles, you guys. I'm confident we can do it.
Yeah, we'll just, break down every like 5 or 10 miles.
Yeah, it'll be a 5-hour trip for us to make 20 miles. All right. She's still firing right up at least. See if we can make it another 20 miles. Come on, old girl, don't quit on me now.
Well, she did just quit twice.
Yeah, she's already quit. She's thrown in the towel, man.
Hopefully third time is not the charm. Hopefully second time was the charm.
This might be the third time, technically.
Well, third time was not the charm. She just sputtered, and we're just rolling down a hill right now.
Making it as far as we can.
There's just like no shade in sight. No shade anywhere, no exits. This is so stupid.
This sucks. Well, I think we're going to disconnect Ruby. We were just going to disconnect her and drive without pulling the weight. I mean, she's super light. I don't know that it'll make much of a difference.
The RV park we want to stay at is about 13 miles that way. We're thinking maybe we could have somebody tow us like 12 miles and then we'll roll into the RV park so they don't know that our RV is questionable and may not start.
Yeah, we don't want to pull up in an RV park with our RV on a tow truck. It seems like a bad idea.
Technically it's closed for the evening, so they may never know, but she is going to start. She just needs some time to cool down.
But we just feel like we might do some catastrophic damage to her, like driving her over and over and over and her overheating like that. I know it's not good for her.
But this way we'll finally be close to town. We can stay in Clementine in an RV park, which is much, much, much cheaper than hotels.
Yeah, we don't know what else to do, you guys. It seems ridiculous. It seems like we could make it the 13 miles, but she's really not having it.
No, she drove like an hour and a half, and then she drove 20 minutes, and then she drove about 5 minutes. So our odds are not looking good.
All right, y'all, we've disconnected. We're going again. Allison's gonna be driving behind me. Hopefully we can make the 13-mile push. I've got the heater blasting, trying to help cool it off. We'll see.
All right, y'all, here we go again. This time Ruby is detached. I'm going to follow. And fingers crossed, minus 2,000 pounds for Ruby and, not that much for me. We'll make it to our final destination. You can't see, but my toes are crossed and my legs are crossed. Here we go.
All right, so far, so good. We've got about 11, 12 miles to go. Got my flashers on. I'm going about 45 miles an hour. Come on, Clementine. Do not break down again. I got Allison on the phone down there. Well, we made it to the dang RV park. There's like a hot box in here though.
Yeah, you've had the heat going the whole time?
Yeah, and the sun is like blaring right on me, just cooking everything. Can't turn the AC on, obviously. The engine always gets hot in here anyway, so the AC's always battling that, so everything in here was hot. It actually started to get about 10 degrees cooler or so, and I think that helped a lot. And then turning on the heat and blasting hot air in my face, it all helped.
Beer time?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm calming down. I was a little frustrated there for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually talking to the mechanic who did the install right now, trying to troubleshoot, but like I said, this happened once before when the temperature got over 100 degrees, so I'm fairly certain it's just reaching the shutdown point of the engine or something like that. There's also the possibility that like maybe the fuel pump was overheating or something else. But the question is this trip going to continue? Because as you guys know, we're gonna head out into southern Arizona, southern California. The temperatures are going to be over 100, well over 100 every single day. So
if we could get to Mexico, it's not that hot, but I don't know, dude.
That is true. Baja is cooler, I guess, because it's like a peninsula and it's got the ocean and stuff.
Today was really bad.
Yeah.
It was not good for our mental health or for Clementine, so.
Plus, we don't want this to happen down in Mexico, so we'll see. We might have to put the kibosh on that plan, but we're gonna stay positive, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna act positive anyway.
Drink your happy juice and then be positive.
All right. Bye-bye.
You gotta do something.
What do I do?
Okay,
Here, I'll do what you would do. Well, good morning, adventurers. We have decided that we are going to continue this final road trip. Dang it, we are not giving up. We figure as long as we get up bright and early and drive when the temperature is, below 90 or so, we're gonna be totally fine. Unless there's some catastrophic problem that's actually happening and it's not just an overheating, or the overheating is going to lead to a catastrophic problem. We'll see.
I don't know.
We've just driven Clementine so far, you guys, and we've had this problem before, so I know if we just keep the temperatures cool, we'll be fine. Our mechanic recommended us to order this little Bluetooth dongle thing that you can plug into the computer port down there, and it'll give you real-time data about the temperature of the engine and all kinds of other specs, and that's really the only way we can diagnose this, because we need to know what the heck is happening when the engine dies. So we ordered that, and that's going to be at an RV park that we are going to attempt to get to just past El Paso. Will we make it? I don't know.
Well, we're gonna try, dang it.
Come on, Clementine, you can do it. Let's go.
Okay.
We are not off to a good start. We just went 30 minutes in one direction and then ran directly into a dead end. The road is closed for some reason.
But our plan was to get up super early and drive when it wasn't hot, but now we just wasted all this time and went the wrong way. Now we have to backtrack, so we have to drive even more, and now it's pushing us later into the day.
Yeah, so we gotta go all the way around and then get on the interstate and then get back to where this would have just met the interstate, about 5 miles down that road.
It said no through traffic, only local traffic. I wonder if we could have just...
Ooh.
I guess we won't.
Drive like a local?
I'm sure
we'll go around just in case. We'll be the
Yeah.
ones who get busted.
I know. Our plan's spoiled.
We have more or less made it through El Paso, and of course we hit a stretch of just mile after mile of construction. It's down to one lane, and this is the spot that you really don't want to break down on. I really don't want to be stranded between these two concrete dividers.
No, but the temperature is steadily rising. We've been driving for a little over an hour straight now, so...
They're pushing our luck a little bit, but we're trying to get there. Well, y'all, we made it to El Paso.
Woo!
Actually, past El Paso. Clementine didn't have any issues, no nothing. We didn't have the AC on, which kind of sucked. It's very, very hot. But the engine temperature stayed perfectly in range. Everything's fine, so I think that's the key. We just need to get out a little earlier and drive when it's cooler.
No AC and getting up super early are two of our nemesis.
Yeah.
For our final trip, it has to be like the most uncomfortable. But we're determined, dang it.
But after we do this, it's gonna make us be like, yes, we're definitely done with RV life now. We just found ourselves a little RV park. We're gonna pack it up for the night, or pack it out. Pack it up, pack it up, pack it in. All right, let's get all set up. That's what I was trying to say. All right, let's do it.
Well, morning, y'all. Look what I got. It's our little Bluetooth guy that'll plug in and tell us all the problems we're having in the world. If you lift up this little skirt here, you'll see, oh my God, Clementine's a cyborg. This little guy plugs conveniently in here.
Ooh, nice. It works.
Blue light, all right.
This little guy should tell us all kinds of stuff that's happening in the engine. Basically, every single sensor that connects to this computer should be read out by this and sent to the phone via Bluetooth. Let's get her started up. And then, there you go. See, so we can see the temperature, the RPMs, airflow, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can see on this thing. So now, when the problem happens, we'll actually have data to know how hot this thing was getting. I really went down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out all the different things it could be, reading forums, talking to different mechanics and stuff like that. And ultimately, without the data, you're just gonna have to guess. The conclusion I came to is that this thing is just overheating because it's way too hot outside. And I know that because it's happened before in the past. The minute that it gets over 100 degrees, it's just too hot with the amount of weight that we're hauling. I mean, this thing's hauling 10,000 pounds, pulling a tow vehicle. But this way we can see all the numbers, we can see everything that is going on, and we're still gonna just drive it when the temperatures are cooler, and I think it's gonna be smooth sailing, you guys.
Oh my God. We had to get out from the cab. It was too hot, but it's too loud if you have the engine going and the AC going. With the AC back here, oh my God.
Yeah.
Feels so nice. At least that's working for us. We got
true.
one thing going.
Now, please don't break, please.
I'm knocking on every piece of wood. But yeah, I guess for better or for worse, we're gonna keep on keeping on. We're feeling good about the progress we've made, and it was just that one day that Clementine turned off and she hasn't done anything since, so we're just hoping it'll be okay if we're smart about driving in the cooler temperatures.
And we'll keep our eye on all the data that we can see now,
Yeah.
make sure she isn't actually overheating and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
All right, wish us luck. Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see on the road. On the side of the road, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.